work and rework your hair with the UK's #1 styling product, VO5 Extreme Style Rework. Break the mold.
First things first, I'm not really sure why this game is called Far Cry 2, as it had pretty much nothing to do with Crytek's Mutate Hawaiian shirt-clad original. It's not even made by the same people, having been taken over by Ubisoft's Montreal studio. Don't get me wrong, they're both really good games, but don't play this expecting a sequel in the traditional sense of the word. So what should you expect? Well, I don't normally like describing a game by comparing it to another, but probably the best summary of this game is going to be Grand Theft Auto Does Africa, and I have to say it really works. You play a merc, choose from the 9 male characters available, hired to kill a Nietzsche-spouting arms dealer called the Jackal, who has been selling weapons to both sides in a fictional African region torn by civil war. In a massive open-world game boasting over 50 hours of gameplay, you work your way through various tasks given to you by the two factions, letting you explore the world, raise funds or obtain supplies, and gradually bring you closer to your main objective. You can also pick up side quests from your NPC merc buddies, which will earn you upgrades to your safe houses. A lot of the missions may have fairly standard objectives and simple motivations, often being of the kill these dudes here and we'll give you some medication or cash variety. But the open world really lets you make of these what you will, usually giving you the freedom to approach missions in a variety of ways. Are you going to scout the place out first, snipe or backstab your way through, run in guns a-blazing, or circle your foes with a ring of burning scrub? Yes, the awesomely fun flamethrower is going to be one of your key weapons. You can also take advantage of the game's full day and night cycle, which includes different enemy behaviours, to choose when to attack, and also use and approach the location in the way you want to. The mission structure also gives the game a reasonable amount of reality, and rewards gamers who have the patience for a more subtle revelation of plot, rather than spoon-feeding them through obviously engineered and chained-together scenarios. The open world thing is done really well, and unless you die and have to reload a save point, or you take a travel time eliminating bus, you can move through the 50 kilometres of terrain without any loading. The world looks pretty good too, and animations have been made for things like healing yourself or picking up objects to help create a greater sense of verisimilitude, which is a nice touch if not flawlessly executed. But there are a couple of deliberate hindrances built into the game which will annoy some, but perhaps add a bit of grit and interest for others. First up, your character has malaria and will occasionally get bouts of fever which you have to control with medication. This gives you an incentive for undertaking certain missions and adds an extra layer of panic and tension if you get sick in the middle of a firefight, but can also seem like an unnecessary pain in the ass. Also, weapons have a reliability stat which degrades with use, and they will jam or misfire, particularly if you're picking them up off the ground rather than buying nice clean ones from dealers. The enemies are a continual bugbear though, and in a lot of cases difficulty comes from their being able to unrealistically soak up weapons fire rather than competent AI. And although enemies will sometimes flank or take cover, you will frequently find yourself torn between yelling, "Why are you still alive? I just shot you 50 times," and "Why are you just standing there letting me shoot you?" But if you get fed up with the AI, there's still a really good multiplayer, particularly with the flammable environment adding a new dimension. A quick mention should also go to the really very impressive map editor, which is awesomely deep yet fairly easy to use. All in all, this is a good package which is generally very well executed, with a number of interesting ideas to keep you coming back to it. 4 stars.